interesting.
Yes.
But for us, did you feel more Black?
I did. I did. I felt a closeness. I felt a oneness with the people. They really admire African Americans. Yeah. And one lady, not on this trip, she said, "You're not African American. You're African." And I really understand that. But they almost kind of worship you because they see that you've come up, that you've made it, so to speak, a lot better than what they have there. So they just love you. They come up to you and they just want to talk to you, and they're relentless. They're probably the best salespeople I've ever seen in my life. I mean, little kids are just so cute, and just for $1. I know we experienced that when we wrote Campbell's.
Really?
Wow!
And Erin did the
hot air balloon ride.
Oh, did you?
4 a.m. It was an amazing view. I mean, you had like the desert on one side, and it looked like there was like this divider that was just dividing. Egypt, so there was the desert on one side, and then you had these crops on the other side, and it was just a beautiful sight. You had all these hot air balloons that were going up, that were lighting up the sky at 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning. So it was a sight to see.
So did you go to Alexandria?
We went to Cairo. Luxor? We went to Luxor. We went to Aswan. We went to the Nubian village. It was my favorite. Because everyone looks like us. Everyone looks like us.
So when you say, do we feel Black? We feel proud.
Yeah. Feel proud.
You really, really feel proud when you come back from there. Because our history, what we learned so much in some of our study groups, that before American history, there was African history. And so when you learn all that, it is just incredible to know that what your history is, how powerful we are, and how, what's another word? It's
just mighty and great.
How
invincible. I mean, that's one of the words that I can kind of describe how I felt when we left. We had an aha moment our last day. Because we knew that it was going to be a transformational trip. We knew that we were on this journey to information.
Tell them about the passage, how it started.
Okay. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes, please do.
The first thing, they were very organized. So they had certain things we had to do, like write a letter to our ancestors. And the first thing we did was they gave us a passage just to kind of bring us into the light of really what everything's about. You want to read it?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Please do.
Okay. So, middle passage reflection, Dear Tour Africa, Egypt, 2018 Sojourner. Less than 6 hours ago, you lifted off from JFK International Airport on your historic transatlantic flight to Kemet, Egypt, North Africa. Whether this is your first trip or a return visit, there is almost no doubt that you have awaited this departure with great anticipation, right?
Yes.
We were counting down. Down since last year. Despite your conscious personal motivations, you're also participating in an important homegoing as part of an ongoing testament to all of those that survived the indescribable horrors of the dreaded transatlantic enslavement process. Your trip will stand as another important expression of gratitude to those who endured, adapted to, and survived the terror of enslavement while clinging to life with the hope that one day you would learn of and tell their story. It is undeniable that you are a descendant of the strongest of the strong Africans who, despite the conditions, circumstances, or abuse, defy death and serve as living testaments to the fact that Black life cannot be extinguished. It is our sincere hope and prayer that the important initiatives you commence as a result of this journey will A, lay the cornerstones for a new era of humanitarianism for the global village. B, guide and enhance the purpose-driven meaning in your life. C, bring attention, voice, and honor to those who yearn to be heard. And D, contribute to crafting the reconciliation model needed to make the world a better place for all. We see you as a seasoned and mature professional. We encourage you to seize every available opportunity to research and craft a new narrative of present-day descendants throughout the world, and to determine how their lives and histories have contributed to, overlap, and interface with your own. More importantly, while crossing the Atlantic tonight, be mindful that you are flying over the world's largest African cemetery, which holds the unmarked graves of countless millions of your African ancestors. victims of global terrorism who were murdered, dying tragically without proper funeral rites, whose families and communities were denied the traditional opportunity to pay their respects, support their passage to the afterlife, and whose spirits continue to cry out for closure. Your assignment during this leg of your journey is to draft a letter to your African ancestors, those who helped lay the foundation for ethics, morals, science, medicine, art, civilization, architecture, law, education, spirituality, etc. Those that fought and died to remain free, as well as those that survived to continue the unrelenting challenge to enslavement, Jim Crow, discriminatory laws, oppressive practices, and all other forms of disenfranchisement to make your life possible and or more comfortable. Once completed, keep your letter with you at all times and make edits as you wish during your sojourn so that it will be available when called for. Enjoy your flight. A new future looks forward to collaborating with you on the other side. Yours truly, Dr. George Fraser, Anthony Browder, and Dr. Whitaker.
Wow.
Isn't that powerful?
That is like...
And that was just the beginning.
That was the beginning.
That was at the airport.
Right.
We get
Really?
this.
Oh my God.
So this was just the beginning.
Yes.
And it got better
What did you
and better.
think after you read that? At the airport.
This is my first time flying across the Atlantic.
Right.
So this is my longest trip.
Right.
My furthest trip. So, but I didn't even think that.
Right.
I didn't even
You
think.
just going on vacation.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
parents going on
That's
vacation
what
all the
I'm saying.
time.
I didn't even think about the graveyard.
Right.
How
Yeah.
many people are in that body of water. I didn't even think that,
Right.
and just that alone was
Yeah.
mind blowing.
They brought us into the moment. It was the awareness they wanted to bring us into the moment because remember, we don't know our history.
And they
I found
did.
out I didn't know anything about my history. And so I'm excited about studying more, going back, learning more, and applying what we learned and so we can make it better.
So
for
are you going to do
everyone.
your DNA?
I am going to do my DNA.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing that I'm going to do.
I did my ancestry because I
Yeah.
needed
I was
to
gonna do
find out
African ancestry.
what here. And then
Yes.
when I get to the Power Network conference this summer, I'm going to do my African one.
Yeah.
Now, I watch a lot of foreign movies.
Yes.
And which helps you better understand other cultures, right? So there was a movie, and I go through different nationalities and different types of people. So this last couple weeks ago was my Nigerian African movement. So actually, I found a movie on Netflix, and I can't remember the name at this point, but this guy was from where was he from? He was from Cameroon, I think. I think that's where he's from. And he worked at he was a tour guide, and he was at the tomb of where they actually got the boat in this particular place where they got the boat to take the slaves to come to America,
Yes.
right? And so he worked there, and so as he was walking through the doing it, he was like, "Where are my people?" So of his village, he knew that some of his ancestors had been taken as well. So he followed the track from Africa to America, and he